The threat is real and is often overlooked in the ag community. I appreciate the chairman putting this together and having a discussion on the direct impact. I just got off the China Commission where we talked about harvesting organs that China's trying to sell around the world. Harvesting our own agriculture and the threat that that poses is direct, it's real, and it's now. Mr. Gagey, thank you first and foremost for what you do with the Soybean Association. You are part of a team of tireless workers who are in the field producing and providing for not just America, but the entire country. Iowa, Illinois, others, we all are part of this team together. And so I'm proud of what we've been able to export with the U.S. agriculture being soybeans #1 in the field for our ag exports. The challenge is 60% of that is going to China today. Talk to us a little bit about what we should be doing here in Congress to help diversify that and ensure that we're not dependent on a sole customer that could use this in a trade war against us.
Well, I talked about it. Thank you for the question, first of all. Appreciate you highlighting that important part of it as well and what we are doing as U.S. farmers to supply the world. But you're right, with that reliance, so much of that reliance on China, finding these new markets is critical. We have talked about MAP and FMD. Something I haven't mentioned yet is the new program from USDA under the Regional Agriculture Promotion Program, which is looking at markets in new and developing places that aren't traditionally reliant on MAP and FMD. Soy has applied for grants in that area as well. I think Congress continuing to value and realize the return on investment that we get from the MAP and FMD dollars. Right. I mean, it sounds like a lot of money when we ask for doubling of market access programs and an increase to foreign market development, but the need is there. The program has proven throughout the years that there is not enough funds there to meet the demand. We could always use more in building those new markets. So when we look at, possible challenges to the China market, depending on policy decisions here in the U.S., it's just important to keep those resources there and to increase them and bring that return back to farmers.
And it's not just our markets that we're able to sell to overseas. We've got real competition on the horizon right now. I mean, when we look at Brazil, which has been enabled with Chinese investment, they're now the lead producer of soybeans. This is a threat that we're going to be competing with others who are subsidizing their market to go after these same markets. Is that correct?
That's correct. And, some may have been to Brazil. If you've ever had a chance to visit there, you can just see the tremendous opportunity they have to continue to increase their production, both through just putting more acres or hectares into production and adding new land to that, but also they're increasing their yield. They're spending money on research as well, which is something we spoke about earlier. So they're getting better at what they're doing. There are improvements to their infrastructure, whether it's highways or ports or rails. So they are making all the improvements that are going to put them in a better position around the world. So competing with that is crucial.
But I'd like to turn to you on the national security side. Look, we've looked at a number of things in this committee today about what we're doing in the state of Iowa. One, to stop China from buying farmland in the United States. It was highlighted with my friend Mr. Feenstra here. We're literally seeing people take the genetic material and replicate it in China by taking it from a farm field. This is happening in small business across the area. The Chinese government, as we learned today, has worked diligently to start mapping the DNA of humans within their country. It's fair to say they're coming after agriculture, whether it's grown in a field or grown in a barn. Would you agree?
I absolutely agree. China is in the world of biologics. That's where they know the next round of technology goes, and especially big data and having artificial intelligence to pull it together and then innovate or try to innovate or steal innovation from us and leapfrog us, whether that's human biology or in the agricultural space.
I'm proud that we've been able to work together on the Protect Small Business and Prevent Illicit Financing Act, which I led to be able to pass, as well as what we're doing in the Cybersecurity and Agricultural Act. I want to highlight, with your work in the CFIUS, is there advantage from being able to really look at creating regional agricultural cybersecurity realms at our land grant and region schools, like Iowa State, on areas that can be really helpful? Because we now know that the top 3 sectors under attack: financial services, energy, and ag. The threat's real.
Absolutely. I think the expansion of our cybersecurity capabilities and knowledge is imperative. China has built up in its military and divisions a cybersecurity warfare division that is constantly going at U.S. businesses. And given the prioritization of the 3 industries you mentioned, ag is where they're going, and they're going to do it, and they're going to put all the resources into it, and so we have to counter it. And that partnership that you've talked about, sort of building out that expertise, is imperative.
I really appreciate that. I yield back the remainder of my time. Thank you, gentlemen.
Gentleman's time expired. Now recognize